learners. So right now we're in the car, and don't worry, I'm not driving. My husband David is driving, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to teach you a few tips and tricks and words about vehicles and inside the vehicle. So if you want to learn a bit more, keep watching the video. Right here we have the gearbox. Okay, so you have to push the pedal, that's the clutch, in order to change gears. So the gears are described as first gear, second gear, which is what the car is currently in, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, and this car actually has a sixth gear. And we also have the reverse. You do not call that a reverse gear, it's called the reverse. So obviously I can't show you right now, but we also have the buttons that go inside while you're driving, so where your feet would normally go. So I would say you would have the brakes, which is to stop the vehicle from moving. You have the clutch in order to move the gears, and you have the accelerator or the gas. Okay, so sometimes in America they would call that a gas pedal, or the gas. You've got the clutch and the brakes. Here is called the hazard button, and it turns on the indicators, so both the left and the right indicators, which are those buttons that flash on the left and the right of your car, which are orange in color. So you can indicate left or indicate right when you're turning left or right, and those are called the hazard button there. So I don't know if you can see very clearly, but there you have the speedometer, which tells you what speed you're driving the vehicle at, and that whole entire thing there is called a dashboard. Right here we have what is called the rear view mirror. So it's called a rear view mirror because basically it allows you to see what happens in the rear, which is the back of the car. Despite the dirty window here, we can see the wing mirror. Okay, so the wing mirror are the mirrors on the side of the car that allow you to see on the left or the right. And where I'm sitting right now, I would say is called the passenger's seat. Okay, so the passenger's seat are all the seats that are not the driver's seat. So the driver's seat is where the person driving the car would sit, and passenger seats are every other seat in the vehicle. So here is a terminology that English people love to use, which is riding shotgun. Okay, so riding shotgun means to sit in the front passenger's seat of the vehicle. It's very common to hear this phrase. I'm gonna go shotgun, or shotgun, which means that I want to sit in the front side of the passenger seat. I'm not going to be driving because it's probably your friend's car or somebody else's car, but in which case the best possible seat in the car is the shotgun position, or the glove compartment. Okay, so the glove compartment is called that because basically you open it up, and normally it's where historically the driver or the passengers keep their gloves. You can also see here the airbags are there. So what are airbags? It probably comes up in most vehicles, and you've come across this word before, but you might not know what it means. The airbag is a bag that pops up if you have an accident to prevent you from getting injured. Okay, this thing here is called the windscreen, and then you also have the windscreen wipers there. Okay, so that's to get rid of any rainwater that falls on the windscreen. Over there you can see it's called the door handle, so that's to open the door. Okay, this thing here I would say is just called a handle itself because you just hold it. Okay, it's the same word that you would use for example in a suitcase or on a bag, for example here. Yeah, this is called a handle for the bag. If you can see here, we are actually stuck in a traffic jam. Okay, so this happens very often in England. the traffic is awful. Actually, I haven't come across it very often in Spain, but definitely in London, traffic everywhere. So a roundabout actually comes from like two different words joined together. You have round and about. Okay, so imagine something that's round is circular, and about means in an area. So if you join those two words together, you get the word roundabout, which means the thing that goes around in a circle to allow you to go through different exits. So it makes pretty much a lot of sense when you think about the words that have been joined together. Okay, so the word is roundabout. Other things that we might encounter on our journey are traffic lights. So traffic lights are the things that move from green to amber to red. Okay, so we don't use the word orange in the case of traffic light signals. It's called amber. We would also encounter things like road signs. So road signs are signals or marks on the road, or maybe even signposts that tell you, for example, if there's a junction, an exit, or some traffic lights coming up, or for example speed limits that come up along the way. You can see there, if I zoom in, that is technically is not a traffic light, but there are two amber lights flashing. Places that you might need to visit while you're in the car are the petrol station or the gas station. Make sure you get that term correct and don't call it a pit stop, which is often what they're called, for example, in video games. Okay, so it's called a petrol station or a gas station, where you refill your gas or your diesel, for example, depending on the vehicle, and some vehicles nowadays that are electric as well. One thing that I would really like to highlight and mention is the word car park. Okay, so in Spanish, a lot of the time I hear the word parking. Okay, parking means that you are still in a moving vehicle trying to park your car. It's the motion of parking your car. That's why you use the word parking. But the place that you actually park your car is called a car park, not parking. Okay, so make sure you get that correct. This opportunity, while there's nobody there, to show you the pavement as well. So the pavement is the part of the road where people walk and vehicles are not allowed to walk. So we're currently on the road and people walk on the pavement. Okay, in American English, I think they actually call that a sidewalk. Okay, but we don't use that in British English. We call it pavement. So as you can see there, we're actually at a bridge. We're on a bridge here, and we're at a drawbridge. So a drawbridge is a type of bridge that opens up because there are boats, if you can see, that want to go through or under this drawbridge here. I hope this video has been educational for you. Practice using some of these words, and make sure you like, subscribe and share this video so that your friends can learn some new vocabulary about their vehicles as well. See you in the next video.
Please sir, I don't like this trick sir, my tongue isn't quick or slick sir. I get all of those ticks and clocks sir, mixed up with the chicks and talk sir.